Today we're going to visit my aunt who lives up the hill over there. In this episode, we are going to walk from the village of Pharung to the village of Seikhor. I wish I can find a salamander now. Join us as we explore the natural beauty of Manipur. Finally, some good lighting. We are off for an early morning stroll. The sun hasn't risen yet. Join us. I don't know if you can see me, but we have exited the village and we are climbing the hill. We are into the deep forest. Here we are. You can definitely see more now. Oh, it's beautiful. It's pretty you can only see all this, but when you smell the air, hear the sounds of the insects, it's beautiful. Winter mornings here are known to be misty. Up the hill, we join the road that connects the town of Ukhrul to the village of Seikhor. The road continues to other villages nearby. We continue walking down the road. Now that the sun has risen, our first stop is at the War Memorial. Behind me is a memorial for the fallen soldiers of the Naga army who belong to villages in this area. The villages in the area are commonly referred to as LPS. L is for Lanlang, P is for Pharung, which is where we are from, and S is for Seikhor. As we continue down the road, we get our first glimpse of Seikhor. We are in the outskirts of Seikhor and we can see the farmlands of the villages. Finally, we are at the village of Seikhor. We made it across the valley and to our aunt's place. Whew, what a beautiful walk, right?
Yeah, in there it is.
Check this out. This is like their gate system. So basically they'll put another bamboo pole through these holes and voila, a gate. This is a green top house we see up the hill. And down there in the mist is our village. Hey, that was a nice short meeting with our aunt. Now we're going to walk back home. Now, due to technical difficulties, I couldn't show you much getting here. And I'm going to do that now on our way back. We're going to take the same route. I'm going to show you everything. This area is dotted with little villages. As we were walking, this tree caught my attention. That's the bamboo tree, probably every kid's worst nightmare. This is one of the smaller varieties of the bamboo. All right, one last stop here out by the road before we head into the forest.
I noticed that there were some signs of human settlements on top of the hill.
So my wife tells me in the area behind us, the story goes that there used to be a massive gate, and we had one of my father-in-law's ancestors manning it. Their job was to basically protect the area from wild animals and enemies.
I know what I'm gonna do on my next trip.
All right, that's enough of civilization. We're going to take the path through the forest back home. I know at this point I sound like a broken record, but the sounds of the jungle is so therapeutic.
This water area is a very special place. We call it Khapai Loshu or Khapai Pond, you know. It used to be a source of water back in the days, but now we use different source. And a lot of university students used to look for salamander for their research.
I wish I can find a salamander now. Unfortunately, no salamander today.
Locally known as the Lengvah, the salamander is an endangered species and is more likely to be found during the monsoon season. The salamanders could be identified by their twack, twack, twack sound.
Let's take a look down there, shall we?
The villagers depend on the forest for firewood, water, food, and medicine.
A lot of the villagers come into the forest to get firewood. They use the firewood for cooking, for heat, so it's quite important. Well, more firewood for the villagers.
There are a few plants that are poisonous.
Well, not exactly poisonous, but that can get you sick if you come in contact with them.
This is hawa, a plant that can sting you, the effect of which can be felt for 24 hours. Another plant that can sting you is langhao. In severe cases, you can get a fever for up to 24 hours. There is one more tree. The tree in the background with red leaves, that is pang. Coming in contact with this tree or just being near it can cause itchiness and rashes. Some plants are known for their medicinal properties. An example is the Japanna. These leaves were introduced by the Japanese army when they were here during World War II. It can be consumed or applied directly to a wound.
Well, up the tree, what looks like berries, that's hemang, or locally known as kamquite. They prepare a drink out of it, which is supposed to be very good for your stomach. Nice to see it in the wild. Here's a better view of the hemang, almost ready for consumption.
Some other plants are used for domestic purposes.
That plant that looks like peppercorns on a tree, well, that is actually used to trap mouse, birds, etc. This plant here, well, once it gets older, this is used as a broom. That house with the green roof is where we started our journey, and we are about halfway there. Still have a long way to go. That's the Pharung village, our village. They are having some sort of sports meet, which explains all the noise. This hill has a lot of spider webs. I'm not a fan of spiders, but that looks beautiful. Oh man, party is almost over. We are almost at our village.
There is another freshwater pond just outside the village. No salamanders here either.
Yep, party is officially over. We are back at the village. Well, the village is slowly waking up. It's about 9:30 in the morning now. We left at 4:30 and we are back around 9:30. Fun start to a day. And we are back home where we started. Now that we are back, I must say, it looks closer than it really is from here. First, you climb the hill, exit the village, continue climbing, walk through the forest, cross the valley, and then you go to the other village, and then you do the same thing back. But I enjoyed every second of it. I'm gonna feel this later on after I take a nap, but I loved it. I mean, just to leave human settlements and walking right in the middle of a forest was the best thing. That's the best way to start the day, with nature. And thank you all for joining along. I hope you had fun. I'll be back soon with videos just like this. Until then, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you soon.